Hello everybody, my name is Blackblade and welcome to a brand new vlog series featuring the build of Fire and Ice. Alright, enough with the theatrics, let's get into the build. The build will revolve around the two new skill gems that GGG released, which are the Glacial Cascade and Flame Surge. And as you might have guessed, the build will will revolve around the cast on critical strike, with dual strike being our primary catalyst to to cast the to cast the two spells. Of course, we will be combining it with Multistrike to save up some mana, because per attack the gem actually doubles your attack, so we will be attacking 3 times per hit. So let's get into the build proper. Now we are going to use the Shadow class for this build. As you can see, we started from the attack speed, getting some movement speed, and then going down here, getting some one-handed damage. Of course, getting some haste for some 15% increased attack speed. Going up, getting some life and mana, and of course getting the 2 life notes over here, which are 12%, and ending up with mental acuity. Now we went to the right, getting some cold damage, the freeze node, and then some more cold damage. This will of course benefit the Glacial Cascade. But if you want the Flame Surge, then the Flame Surge part, then go ahead and click Blade and select Blaze. Go down over here. But you must know also that the Flame Surge does not ignite. See, as you can see, the Flame Surge cannot ignite. So that's why I didn't choose the Blaze. Rather, I just chose the Freeze. Alright, so of course this will be critical chance based. So we are going to take all of these skill nodes over here. Critical strike chance again here, strike chance there, and the assassination for some 40% increased critical strike chance and 20% increased critical strike multiplier. And of course we went up getting the Mind Drinker because I am quite having a little bit of trouble with my mana management, so that's why I took that. If you have a good mana management on your gear, do not take the Mind Drinker. That's another skill point that you could allocate somewhere else. Of course, I went up getting the Bloodthirst for a huge 45% increased critical strike chance. And then of course I went up here to get some more life notes over here, and the Written of Blood for some 8% increased maximum life and plus 20 to our strength. Now I did go up here to the Witch's skill tree to get of course the Blast Rages, because both of the skills are actually AoE, so they will benefit on the Blast Rages from the Witch skill tree. Now it will be up to you if you guys would rather take would also take the other 4% of increased area radius of skill over here, and there's another 4% over here, so that's a total of 8. If you want to take that, then go ahead, but for me I think that's just a waste of point, because on my end gear I'm going to be using the Carcass Jack, which increases the area radius of our skills by 20%, I believe. So I think that would be enough for me, so I'm not going to take this anymore. And of course, don't forget to take the what I mean is we are also going to take the Throat Seeker over here for some 25% increased critical strike multiplier, passing of course the, some more critical strike multiplier over here, and some more critical strike multiplier over here. Now I am not entirely sure if the Night Stalker, as you can see, the Night Stalker node increases the critical strike multiplier with daggers by 60%. Since of course we are going to be using daggers, I'm not entirely sure if the Night Stalker will affect the cast on critical strike. I don't know if they both have a relationship. So if you guys know if they do, or if the Night Stalker does affect the cast on crit, please let me know in the comment section below. Or if not, I probably just do my legwork on this. I'm really hesitant on getting this one because I am not entirely sure if it will affect the cast on crit. Alright, so if you guys know it, write it on the comment section down below. Alright, so I did go down taking the coordination skill, and then skill node, and then going down, of course, taking the conditioning for some 12% increased maximum life. By this point, I'm really hurrying up to get the Iron Reflexes, because we are already on the Cruel difficulty, and the monsters are starting to hit quite hard. So that's the only reason why I immediately got down here to get the Iron Reflexes for some more increased armor. And then of course, course, going down there, I took the critical strike, some more critical strike nodes over here, as you can see, the two ones, and of course I took the pressure points for some more 25% increased critical strike multiplier. And of course, after that, the plan is to go to the duelist skill tree to get some leather and steel, getting of course the acceleration for some 12% increased attack speed, because as you can see, the attack speed is really low, and I really want to bump the attack speed up. So I will take the acceleration over here, going of course to the left side, taking the Master of Arena for the +2 melee weapon and the unarmed range. Of course, I'm going to be going up, taking some more life nodes, taking some more 12% increased life nodes over here, and taking some life regeneration. Then I will eventually go down, going through water dancing, and then taking some life nodes over here, and then of course taking the Golem's blood for the 1.5 regeneration per second, and then evidently going down to diamond flesh. So that is the plan. Of course, we will be taking as much life as we can, going through taking the life nodes over here. Of course, taking the thick skin eventually, and then of course we need to take some more life nodes over here, and then also I plan to take the finesse for the +8% increased attack speed. Of course, we need to take some more life over here. That's the plan. And if we need some more life, of course there is some more life over here on the Revenge of the Haunted, or we can go circle over here to the right side and then take some more life nodes over here. And while we are there, we could probably take some more critical strike multiplier over here, evidently ending up with the Heartseeker. So that's about it with the plan and the build. So now let's go with the items. Now some of the items here are not going to be my endgame items, but for sure these two daggers will be my endgame. What do you call this? Will be my endgame daggers. Now this build will revolve around daggers. So if you could get as much or as high as you can get your critical strike chance over here. As you can see, I have 80% on my left side on my main hand, and I have another 80% on my right hand, on my offhand. Of course, I'm going to be re-rolling the stats so that I could have some more additional critical strike chance on its attributes down below. As you can see, it doesn't really have a really good attributes, sub attributes on the attributes down there. That's why I'm going to re-roll this one. For my helm, this is not my endgame helm, but I'm using it because of the elemental resistances. For my amulet, this is going to be my endgame amulet because it's the only amulet that I have which has global critical strike chance, life, and 2 resistances. So I may not change that. For your 2 rings, what you really want are 2 diamond rings for the global critical strike chance. Be sure to have some life and some resistance there. As you can see, I have a really huge life over here. Although it only has 1 resistance, I probably make up the loss of resistance to other parts of my gear. Same as true with this one. The life is really low. I may re-roll this one because I'd really love the maximum life to be higher and at least to have 2 resistances. For my armor, this is not my endgame armor. This is just kind of like my leveling armor. The reason that I chose this is because it has 5 links, so that I could feature the build and the skill themselves. For the gloves, I suggest that you use the Maligaro's Virtuosity, as you can see, because it has a 50% increased global critical strike chance and a 41% increased global critical strike multiplier. So for me, that is a very good gloves for us to use. Add to that, of course, the 5% increased attack speed and the +27 to our dexterity. For my belt, I'm using this one for the sole reason that it has a +72 to our life, 25 to our cold resistance, and +13 to our lightning resistance. The 21% increased physical damage is not, I don't really need that, but it's good that it's there. What you really want for the belt is a life and 2 resistances. So that's about it. For my boots, I'm going to be using this one. This will be my end game boots. High life, 2 resistances, and of course some movement speed. Now let's go into our stats here. Our what do you call this? Our dual strike is doing pretty good. On our main hand, we are doing a critical strike chance of 61.5%, which is already really high, and a critical damage multiplier of 279. Now the offhand is doing 47.6, which is low, and also 279. For defenses, our armor is already at 1,183 with a physical damage reduction of 35%. That is, of course, already with the Grace Aura on. We're not doing pretty good with our fire resistance at 44%, and also not good with cold and lightning resistance at 75%. Alright, so that's about it. Let's get into some gameplay. Again, we are still on the early parts of the game. As you can see, I'm only at level 49, and I'm only on the cruel difficulty. Yeah, so the build is actually okay, I guess. As you can see, the Glacial Cascade is casting at a fairly good rate. Not always, but I'm hoping to increase my my critical strike chance as we progress into the game or as we level. As you can see, both the Flame Surge and the Glacial Cascade are are shooting really well. Yeah, so without those two, we're not actually doing that much of a damage physically. So we really need to increase our critical strike chance. I seem to be having a lot of lag. I do apologize, guys. Alright, so we got some good pack over here with some elite mobs. As you can see, both of those skill gems are doing tremendous amount of damage. That's why I think this will be a pretty good build. Alright, so let's get some our last pack of mobs over here. Yeah, so we're doing pretty great. If I could just increase my attack speed so that we could crit some more, that would be great. So that's about it for this this episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good day. I'm using the Prakash Jack, which I really love. If you guys were watched my previous videos on the Shadow Dual class, you guys noticed that I'm using a specific strength type armor, which has